The first radio to exist in PNG after Australian Broadcasting Commission was NBC, one of the familiar radio voice that has been heard throughout the country, and Sapias highlighted on her broadcasting journey.
It was sort of like broken because I started with NBC's Kalang FM, which is now FM 100. And when I started back then, FM radio especially was just new. I think it was only a couple of years old when I started in 1985. So it was an experience in itself that I'd started in this industry when FM radio was just beginning in Papua New Guinea.
She said in the past everything was done manually. Compared to today, it is all digitalized and easier. As the daughter of a radio journalist, Austin Sapias, Haynes said she got her motivation to be a journalist after his dad being a radio broadcaster back in the 1960s. Also a colleague to late Grand Chief Sir Michael Sumare.
So much has changed. When we first started, it was all analog. Most of the things that we used to do in the studio, apart from talking on the microphone, we had to do manually. We had to cue tapes, cassettes.
While being a broadcaster, she had the opportunity to meet international people like the royal families that had visited PNG back then.
Christian groups like Heritage Singers came, Hillsong. Of course, we had the royal family come with Prince Charles and Camilla and the Queen, Princess Anne. So they were all part of broadcasting, and everything was done live on radio. There was no live streaming, so we had to get out there and do everything the hard way, I would say, yeah, and now it's so much more different.
She elaborated on the important role radio played prior to the arrival of television and other mainstream medias.
From 1985 up until now, the main thing that has changed over time is, of course, we've gone into digitization. And that's what you'll see a lot now happening in a lot of media outlets, especially for radio and television, but in particular radio now. It's gone digital, so that is the big difference. It's so much easier for radio announcers now, radio journalists, to be able to just at your fingertip, you know, and everything is just like the music plays, or you connect with an outside broadcast. Whatever it may be, it's all digitized now. So that's a huge difference now with radio.
Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.